Have a really honest chat, and the chat that I want to have with you guys really is about, let's talk about how much money we're making, because I think the biggest issue that I had as an esthetician in my early years is I thought I was making money and I really wasn't. So when I started looking at what I charged versus what I took home, the discrepancy was so large that I ignored it. I felt okay if I was making, $200 a day. I thought that was great, not realizing that that $200 I was trying to make a day was only 5 days out of a 30-day month. So when you start talking about, are you really making money? I'm talking about after all the bills are paid, after all the products are paid for, do you actually have money you take home? And don't get me wrong, in business, there's a good 5, 6, 7 year space where you don't make money. So let's be honest, okay? I think it's time that us estheticians be real truthful with ourselves and understand that there are times we don't make money. But when you know about your business and you make decisions based off of making money, and you make true decisions that will help your business to make money, then you start making money. So I didn't realize truly what it meant to bring home an income until I started paying myself. Because I know a lot of people who have started businesses different ways. The way I started my business truly was my parents gave me money to start my business, okay? So my parents and my family, my sisters, they all got together and they gave me an amount of money. So that was able to purchase all of my big toys. So my equipment, my LED, my Dermastown was all purchased from the beginning, okay? Then from there, I made the mistake of using, and I was young, so I did not understand truly how to use a credit card to be beneficial in the business. I used the credit card and would let the balance sit for months, not realizing that had I really looked at what the credit card was doing, I would have been able to truly control my money more. So instead of me using the credit card for just products, and then whatever I got back in the products, I put it back onto the credit card to go back to a zero balance. I didn't do that. I lived off of the credit card. So I paid the internet bill, I paid the advertising bill, I paid everything I could on credit. And then whenever I got cash, I spent that too. So the reason I'm bringing up this topic, number one, it's very touchy in our industry. We don't tell each other how much we make. And the reason I think that I am bringing this topic to you guys is because had I learned now what I know earlier in my aesthetic career, especially as an owner, I think I would have saved myself a lot of heartache and a lot of, I would have been able to sleep more. I would have truly understood what business credit is. I would have truly understood the power I had in my hands had I been shown how to really use it the way I should. When you start talking about the true understanding of what it takes to run a business, I think, especially when I say how much do we make, it's truly after all the bills are paid. It's after all the credit cards are paid. It's what's left over. And for some months, it's $100. For some months, it's $5. I mean, and I'm going real. I'm being very honest. So I've said this story, I think, on a scope that I did a couple months ago, but I'll say this story again because it does have to do with money. But I got to the point where, I had a client, and you guys all know I love my $250 facial. She was a $250 facial client. She always paid me in cash, 2 crisp $100 bills and a $50 bill every time she saw me. Loved her, yes? But I had, for some reason, spent money I shouldn't have spent. The rent was coming up, and then my rent on my apartment at that time was coming up as well, and she canceled. And you talk about someone being low. It is never a good place to be in to beg a client to come in. I had to really get her to come in because I needed the money that she was going to bring me. So I worded it in that way. That most humbling situation is to beg a client and tell them that their appointment is what's going to pay your rent to live. There's nothing more humbling than that. Our industry is changing a lot, but not really. The understanding that I got from stop selling, other products from skincare companies started for me very early. I got that aha moment very, very quickly. I did not get sucked into, the whole premise of that. But that has been our industry. We are a beta site. Basically, skincare lines will use us as test dummies. We will get it out to their people. We will do marketing and advertising for free. And then they'll turn around and sell directly to the public. That is just how it works. And to say a disclaimer, because to be honest, if I had someone like Unilever come to me and said they want to buy, say, Brazil, and they give me a couple, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million, I'm out. Truth be told. Peace out. But we don't want to look at it from that point of view. We're like, oh, they sold us out. No, they didn't sell you out. It's called business. What you have visually will tell your people a lot. If what you portray online, your website and everything else does not match what they see when they walk in, the first thing in their mind is 1, she's broke, and 2, this is janky. How is the website better than the actual location? Do they match? If they don't match, you got to get these to match. Because what they see online, what the pictures you show them, all of that good stuff has to match their exact same feeling when they walk into the business. So if they walk into your business and you don't have it to the same level as your website is and all your advertising, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. And it's sad because it's such a simple thing for us to do, but we just don't. And I'm a fan of HGTV. Now, I love my HGTV because I'm always getting at ideas. Now, I ain't used half of them, but I'm always looking at decorating ideas because there's a lot of simple stuff. If you guys have been on my YouTube channel, you watched when I did the second interview with Katie at her second location in Fort Worth. And she had some really nice, cute little designs. She had her, all that stuff. It was great, simple, cheap. So you really got to match what you're saying that you have. Then when you start looking at what people are looking at specifically and what they're coming to you for, are you consistently giving them the same communication? I just see the frustration and the disappointment and the miscommunication and all of those things that happen when we have no true direction, clear communication, or consistency. Had we had those things in place, we wouldn't be running the way we run now. And if we did, it would be by choice. But I think part of it is too, and for me, it's always been an enigma because I have been one that I truly believe if I'm run down, if I'm tired, if I'm having to squeeze in 15 people in a day, I'm not ever going to be my best to you. You're going to get snippy snappy Stephanie instead of smiley happy Stephanie. Because if I snip and snap at you, it's not cute.